Hi, my name is Layla. I'm a junior and I'm an international studies and political science major, and I studied abroad in Costa Rica for 4 months in spring 2011.
And my name is Mallory Gorman. I'm a sophomore. I'm a Spanish education major, and I studied abroad in Costa Rica this past summer. I took Spanish. I took one Spanish class, and when you get there, you have an oral interview and a computer interview. So it places you where you should be, so you're not going to be put in classes with native speakers if that's not the level that you're at. So you can really go there no matter what how much experience you have with the language.
And I love that the classes were really small. They capped them at 10 students, but most of my classes were around 8. The teachers were really engaging. The classes are 4 hours long each day. You get a 30-minute break, but they didn't feel like they were long because we were always like doing activities and talking with each other, and there was so much conversation. And that's really why I felt that I learned so fast while I was there.
Spoke English more? No. Probably Spanish more, I would say, just because my parents didn't understand English at all, and none of the teachers did or anything. The only time I would speak English would be with a couple of the girls, the international students that I lived with that didn't understand Spanish as well. But overall, all the girls in my house really wanted to improve on their Spanish, so we mostly spoke Spanish to each other.
Yeah, same thing. My host family didn't speak English like at all, but they had. I lived with their son who could speak English, and I ended up helping like their daughter who was in elementary school with her English homework. And I mean, if you wanted to speak Spanish the whole time, you could, and I kind of wish I did. Now looking back on it, so I mean, definitely if you're going to take that advantage, and you know, maybe only speaking Spanish would be more beneficial to you. But it's probably half and half because you're with the internationals a lot and on weekends and stuff like that.
It comes with 3 excursions, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It came with 3 excursions. So. And then they also offer other ones that you can pay extra for that aren't, you know, if you went by yourself, it'd be a lot more expensive. So they give you good deals.
If you go for longer than a month, the excursions are really good because you get a chance, they're planned, so you get a chance to meet all the people in your program and bond with them over the weekend. And then, you know, after the first month, you're on your own for trips during the weekend. But you have all these friends now that, you know, they want to go places too, so you always have someone to go somewhere with.
Yeah, because when you make a lot of friends that speak English, everyone always wants to travel. Nobody really likes to stay home on the weekends, so it's really easy to find somebody to travel with you and to stay with.
I mean, yeah, like you are with the internationals most of the time, but the school is like really like kind of like structurally open,
Mm-hmm.
so like everybody's always hanging out, like eating lunch or something, so you could easily like talk to the Costa Rican native students. It's one of our cheaper programs, so like the cost to go there isn't too bad. And then once you get there, traveling is so cheap. Buses probably never paid more than like $10 for a bus ticket for a round trip. It was ridiculous. And then food is super cheap, stuff like that. It's a really affordable country to live in.
I was only there for a month, so it was an extra expense, including like in addition to the tuition that I'm already paying for here and the semesters. But once I got there, I was able to save a lot of money just because, how you said, everything's very cheap. Like traveling's cheap. Even when I was buying souvenirs, it would have been a lot more expensive in the States buying the same exact things. So you end up saving money if you try. If you try, you can not spend as much. I mean, I was kind of afraid of being on my own. It was kind of like being on your own in a foreign-speaking country. Like when I got off the plane and everyone was saying "hola" to me, I was kind of freaking out because I was like, oh, I'm not really, you know, that great at Spanish, but I definitely improved really quickly. And after meeting my family and meeting other American girls, all the fears kind of went away because you knew you had a really good support system.
I don't know if I necessarily had a fear, but I didn't know what I was getting into. I that's kind of was like the exciting part to me. Like I didn't know, I probably didn't expect that my house was going to be so nice and my family was going to be like so warm and loving and like treated me as one of their own. So that was like really surprising. And I would say like basically all of my expectations were surpassed. When I went, everything was just better than I could have ever imagined it to be.
Definitely. I didn't expect to become so close to people because I was only there for a month, and I didn't expect to bond like with my parents and with my family and other girls that I lived with so easily, but it was really difficult to leave at the end because you get really close to everyone, and it's sad to leave all your new friends.
Pura vida! 20s!